Hi everybody, my name is Amanda Foster-Jefferson, and I just want to thank everybody who commented on my video and gave me their wonderful feedback, specifically Raquel and Elise. Raquel, she had given me a specific idea about creating an award chart for students to help influence that positive behavior in the classroom. And she had said that if a student has positive behavior in the classroom, then they can either earn tokens or stickers. And if they have enough from good behavior, then they can get awards as well. So I think that that's a great idea because not only does that help the individual student, but it also um, shows the other students in the class, they observe that behavior, and that could also influence them as well to have good behavior in class, or not even just good behavior, but good grades as well. So while doing research on my big problem, which a refresher is, my big problem is how to advocate for students with disabilities who lack individual help and resources. The research that I have done on my big problem, it helped me view this issue in all different kinds of perspectives. Um, it also made me realize how limited children really are with having their resources. There are so many issues in this world that deserves all the attention and support. And of course, like children with disabilities is one of the big ones. And it just makes me wonder why it's not one of the priorities, especially because children are our future. And it just also makes me feel empathy, and it just makes me feel bad for them as well, which definitely makes me want to advocate even more. It has also helped me come up with ideas that could be done to help them even more. So for me, I have always been a compassionate person, especially about children with disabilities because of my own children. And I've always once my first son was born and I found out that he had autism, that was something that I knew like deep within myself that I was going to advocate for the rest of my life. So in doing my research about all of this, it has just made me want to fight for them even harder, and especially for those who cannot advocate for themselves. There's a lot of nonverbal children out there, and it's hard to communicate with their parents and tell them how their day was or if something bad happened during the day because they're not able to speak and they're not able to talk to their parents about it. So this is where abuse happens, and unfortunately just all these other terrible things in the classroom. All children, I believe, are just so innocent and are often misunderstood because of certain behaviors. So if they have like a bad behavior or something, some adults, it could come across as annoying or whatever negative thoughts they have about that, but really it could just be the frustration from the child not being able to communicate well. Because of this, I believe it's so important to also educate adults on all of this too, because some people are just genuinely not aware and don't even think about the child's perspective. I think that a lot of people seem to forget what it was like being a kid and not being able to have a voice in certain areas. Everybody grows up differently. Everybody grows up with different caretakers, parents, and maybe some were more strict than others. Maybe some went through abuse. There's just so many scenarios where children aren't able to speak for themselves. If I had unlimited resources, I would fund high quality technology and brand new school supplies for all of my students. And this would also include sensory toys. And an example of technology that I would have for them, especially the nonverbal children, it's called an AAC device, and it helps nonverbal children communicate through, it's essentially like an iPad, but they're allowed to pick what they want to say. There's like all different categories. There's all different animals, verbs, like everything is in this device. School supplies that I would have for the children is, it would include backpacks filled with pens, pencils, notebooks, crayons, erasers. I would also give them personalized water bottles, maybe have their name on it. And I would also give them iPads as well. I think that we live in a world full of technology now. It has taken over the world, and I don't see us going back at all. So I think having an iPad would be a great idea. And I would also add snacks for that day and any sensory item that is personalized to them. So those are just some of my ideas. And I want to thank everybody so much for listening to my big problem. And I appreciate all of your feedback. Thank you so much.